When tech billionaire Miles Bron invites his friends for a murder mystery getaway on his private Greek island, someone turns up dead. Detective Benoit Blanc is then put on the case. Glass Onion is the long-awaited follow-up to Rian Johnson's hit Netflix film 2019's Knives Out. The first movie took the world by storm, so I really look forward to this installment. The core characters were, of course, Daniel Craig as the charming detective Benoit Blanc, and the crew of friends who called themselves the Disruptors, beginning with Edward Norton as co-founder of Alpha and an Elon Musk-type tech bro, Miles Bron. Kate Hudson as Birdie J, an aging model and fashion designer with the personality of Kanye West. Leslie Odom played Lionel Toussaint, the head scientist for Bron's Alpha. Dave Bautista was Duke, and if toxic masculinity were a person, social media influencer. Kathryn Hahn's Claire DeBella is the governor of Connecticut and the female embodiment of Donald Trump. And the true disruptor, and in my opinion, the standout performer, Janelle Monáe as an embittered former member of the Disruptors, Cassandra Andy Brand. Other supporting characters include Birdie's assistant and anchor to reality, Peg, who was played by Jessica Henwick, Madelyn Cline's Whiskey, the way out of his league girlfriend of Duke, and a Kato Kalin type house guest, Daryl, played by Rian Johnson's staple extra, Noah Segan. Before I go on, if you like movie news, reviews, and entertainment commentary, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button and turn the notifications on so you'll know when I post the next video. Thanks. And in case you didn't know, there will be spoilers. This is going to have spoilers for Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery. What first impressed me was how these characters' traits and personalities seem so timely with recent events of pop cultural significance. Almost as if Rian Johnson looked into a crystal ball, a glass onion, if you will, and knew what would be part of the 2022 zeitgeist.
Or perhaps the corporate overlords in Hollywood elite script every movement made by celebrities, and certain directors are fed this information to perpetuate a narrative.
With that in mind, the characters and the actors who brought them to life were perfectly cast. Mwah. Now, once the crew assembles on this remote island, we learn that Benoit wasn't actually invited by the host, Miles. And we also find out that these people that he invited are not necessarily his friends. He basically owns them all through various financial favors that he's granted them, and he's bankrolled their careers. So basically, they're his frenemies, and he holds them by the figurative balls. As the first day in paradise chugs along, we find out that each one of these characters has very good reason to want to see Miles Bron dead, and it's game on, vicious. By the time the murder mystery game kicks off, Detective Benoit has already solved the mystery. He solved it in classic Clue fashion, ruining the weekend. By the end of the film, we learn Miles Bron is an idiot who never had an original idea, and through clever storytelling and flashbacks, it's established that the true brain behind Alpha was Andy, who assembled this group of misfits and crafted the idea of this company, Alpha, on the back of a napkin from their favorite watering hole and hangout, a bar called the Glass Onion. She helped each one of them realize their true potential and was CEO of this conglomerate. That is, until Miles reveals that he plans on launching a hydrogen-based alternative fuel called Clear. Andy knew that there were safety concerns with this hydrogen-based fuel, and she forbade the project from moving forward, even saying that she would walk away with her half of the company from Alpha if he continued to press the issue. That's when Miles did actually have an original idea, I suppose. He enlisted the help of all the others to stage a coup against Andy. 9 years later, Andy finally produces proof that Alpha was her idea. The Disruptors become desperate. But which one of them is capable of murder? Now, I won't spoil it here for those of you who are brave enough for whatever reason to watch this video without having seen the film. I will say that by 58 minutes and 24 seconds of this movie, I was sure I knew who the culprit was. And by 59 minutes and 57 seconds, I was proven wrong. And so it went throughout the rest of the film. I'd identify a suspect and later be proven incorrect. And isn't that what a good murder mystery does, unless you're Ben Shapiro. The process of finding our killer is formulaic, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Daniel Craig turns on the Southern charm and guides us through Johnson's story with the skill of Columbo, and the ending was quite satisfactory. Johnson chose to film on location in Greece in the waning days of the height of the pandemic, spending June and July of 2021 in Spetses, and the rest of the movie was shot in varying locations until that September. So, like I previously stated, all of this film was finished before Kanye went all Hitler and we found out just how wrong we were about the genius of Elon Musk. And that's just good writing. Now, in the end, it did feel like Johnson tried a lot harder in Glass Onion, whereas Knives Out kind of flowed effortlessly. I understand catching lightning in the bottle twice is pretty damn hard to do. And Rian Johnson, with some effort, did just that. Glass Onion was a hit on the festival circuit, premiering at the Toronto Film Festival on September 10th and making the rounds after that. And after a successful week-long theatrical release, which netted $15 million, it'll be interesting to see what Netflix does with the last installment of the Knives Out franchise, and if they're going to opt for a more conventional 45-day theater window with this next film. 94% of the critics on Rotten Tomatoes certified Glass Onion fresh with a 94% score, and the audience score was 93%. On my 5-point scale, I gave Glass Onion a very solid 4.5. There's at least one more installment, like I said, coming to Netflix, which ordered a trilogy of this fun franchise, and I really look forward to seeing what Rian Johnson cooks up for us next. So let me know, have you watched Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery? And if you have, let me know down in the comments what you thought of the movie. And I've got nothing else for you today. Thank you for watching. This has been Tasha Pierce, and I'll see you in the next video.